Okay, well, as you can see behind me, I've got the rear axle in and the truck is sitting on its tires on the back. Seeing those tires on there and seeing this thing actually sitting in some form resembling a truck is just bringing me so much joy. So anyways, I had a pretty busy week. I got a fair bit of stuff to show you. So anyways, let's get at it. Alright, so I've been in here like crazy, working on all sorts of stuff and trying to get things done. There's been a bit of running around and stuff, but anyways, just going to show you what I got done so far. Alright, well, things are coming along nicely back here. As you can see, the axle is in, leaf springs are on, I've got the backing plates on. These are those new Chevy wheel cylinders that are just a little bit bigger. Got the paint scraped off here, and I'll put some grease on there. As you can see, I will be reusing these brake shoes. They're expensive. There's still quite a bit of meat on there. So, you know, if I can squeak out another year or so with those, great. And then maybe I'll throw on new drums and new shoes. As you can see, though, the hardware is pretty disgusting. So I've got a new kit right there that will all be going on. I also purchased the new axle bearing socket. This is 2 9/16, which is gigantic. This thing is not really like an actual socket, it's just kind of this thing for this. So got that so I can get everything put back together. However, I will say the one thing that is not going well is this new pedal assembly, or wanting to get a new pedal assembly. These things seem to be discontinued. I can't find one anywhere. This one does not work, so I might have to try and clean this up or something. I'm really hoping I can track down a new one, and if any of you know where you can find something like that, please let me know. And here are the two rear parking brake cables. I ordered the front one. It should be in tomorrow, but now I can start putting the rear brakes back together. So the rear axle is in place now. I've got the leaf springs on. I've got everything tightened down, all that kind of stuff. I reassembled the rear brakes. I reused the original shoes and drums that I had before because they did work, but I've gone ahead and put a new hardware kit in there, so it's all new springs and stuff like that. Also got the rear wheels on there and torqued down, and like I said before, I'm just so happy to see that. The other thing that's a real big piece of news is I just got the block back from the machine shop. It is looking spectacular. This actually needed to be surfaced again, so got that done. Obviously these have been bored out and looks like they have a nice hone job on them, so that is good to go. They actually had to surface it, or they had to deck it again, so in total I've got 19 thou taken off between the head and the block. So I've got a 20 over head gasket, so I'm just able to use that. I'm not sure how much clearance there is beyond that, and I don't really want to find out. So anyways, that should work. I should mention that the surface and the actual bores have all been wiped down with WD-40. You might be able to tell, so just trying to keep any surface rust away, but cannot wait to start putting that thing back together. Right here on my very messy bench, I've got all the new pistons. These actually, the machine shop had them when they were doing the work, so these have all been sized to each piston, which is nice. As you can see, that says 1 right there, and all of them are numbered. These came with wrist pins, but they did not come with rings. So I just have to get a new set of rings and some gaskets, and I can start putting this motor back together, which is really exciting. And then aside from that, I've got the cab in place. I've got the tranny and transfer case sitting on the transmission cross member, and then I just have the tranny pan blocked underneath. So I'm getting ready. The next couple things I'm going to be working on is getting the front axle put in and put back together, and then as soon as I get all the stuff for the engine, I can sort of jump into that. So that'll be the next couple videos. And then another piece of news is I actually just today got a call from Carly, and regarding my Carly Dominator 3.0 lift kit, and specifically the 3-inch remote reservoir king shocks that came with the kit. I had complained about a really rough ride, and it's actually been quite an ordeal. I've been on the phone with them probably close to 10 times now, 8 or 10 times for sure. And I actually spent a couple $100 on a nitrogen gauge to make sure that the pressure wasn't too high. And then I spent $220 sending them down to California to have them have a look at it, because I was just sure that something's not right. And, you know, they have said that they pulled them apart, and that was how they intended them to be. So, that basically leaves me at a spot where I'm going to have to now get them sent over to AccuTune down in California and get them revalved. I have to say, you know, the kit was not at all what I expected. They talk about, you know, a quality ride. Actually, let me just read this to you. Okay, so this is taken straight off of Carly's website, and this was largely what made me purchase this kit. This is a true jack-of-all-trades suspension system offering the most on-road comfort of any short-arm system in the Carly lineup. Okay, it might be the most on-road comfort, but this thing rides terrible on-road. Not much body roll. If you're looking for that in like a sports car situation, then great. But in terms of driving over bumps, I mean, it's just horrible. The Dominator rides better than any other system on the road while boasting off-road manners that make the truck feel half its size. That has not at all been my experience. I have to tell you, this thing rides so bad off-road, you know, and you might be saying, well, it's a 1-ton, and sort of. I mean, I bought the new Carly leaf springs that make it actually a light 3/4 ton. And I don't know, I mean, if I drove this compared to stock, I might notice a difference, but aside from less body roll on the road, I really haven't noticed a huge improvement personally. Other people might say differently. A couple of things in Carly's defense that I have to say is that they recommend that this kit will work with a 35-inch tire with a 17-inch rim, and I've got 37s on 20s, and it's a dually, obviously. But the reality is, I mean, when I put the quad in the back of the truck, I mean, even that 700 or 800 pounds, or, you know, maybe more with some tools and stuff, it makes the truck sag like crazy. And I have the Carly long travel airbags that I haven't put in yet, but that will be used to stiffen, like to bring the ride height back up. But when you put that weight in there, the rear shocks just soften right up, and all of a sudden it starts absorbing bumps. But, you know, something just doesn't feel right about it. I don't know. I'm shocked that, like, why would anybody spend that much money on that? Like, if you're smashing over 3-foot ruts in the desert all the time, great. But, you know, I'm not really doing that. I would love to do that kind of stuff, but, you know, we don't really have it around here. It's mostly gravel roads with a ton of potholes. And I thought I was buying this premium suspension to soak stuff up like that, like it wasn't even there. And, you know, a lot of that's probably just my own ignorance, and I'm willing to accept that, but I 100% regret buying this kit. Now, like, never in a million years would I have got it again, based on my experience with it. You know, the amount of money was absurd, and now I've got to spend a whole bunch of more money getting it revalved to the kind of ride quality that I want. So, you know, I have to say, at the end of the day, I should have asked more questions and stuff like that, but I don't feel like that write-up actually accurately describes, you know, my experiences with this kit. So anyways, it is what it is. You know, we're here, and so be it. And Carly's got a great reputation, and that kind of stuff doesn't just come along by accident. You know, a lot of people are happy with their stuff. And, you know, I was hoping to be one of those people, but the sad reality is I definitely am not. They have been good to deal with, you know, they call me back and, you know, nice to talk to and stuff, but this is just not even in the ballpark what I actually wanted from a suspension. So, quick update video today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be, like I said, getting that front axle in, and probably starting to jump into the motor rebuild next week. But anyways, just wanted to let you guys know what I'm up to. Hope you have a good day. See you on the next one.